Well, hello everybody. This is Street Outlaws No Prep Talk. Today we're going to talk about Scott Taylor upgrading to a Proline Powerplant for the remainder of No Prep Gang Season 5. Now, if we're going to go directly to their photo owners, please subscribe and comment and stay tuned for a lot more videos coming. All about the Street Outlaws No Prep Gangs racers and all the other Street Outlaws shows. So, Scott Taylor recently teamed up with Proline and Jamie Miller. Now, I initially thought he was just working with Proline to freshen his motors and Jamie Miller, which is from Proline Racing, on tuning and that kind of stuff. But he purchased a new Proline Hemi power plant. It is most likely an MH6 because it's a brand new motor. So MH6 is basically the latest on Proline Hemis. MH5 was the previous version, MH4, etc. Most guys on NPK that run the Proline motor, at least Daddy Dave runs an MH5. Ryan ran the MH5 last season. Now he has an MH6. So this is an MH6 as well. Pretty much the same engine combination that Ryan Martin has on his Fireball Camaro. Now, what cubic inches, we don't know. It's probably bigger than the motor Scott was running before. Now, Scott ran a couple of Brad Anderson based motors, which, if I'm not mistaken, were built by Jimmy Rector. Now, those motors were limited on horsepower in comparison to the newer Proline motors. And I don't think it's the engine builder's fault. It's just cylinder heads. And basically, those motors were not the latest and greatest, like the Proline stuff and some of the other Brad Anderson stuff and etc. In this day and age, you have to upgrade to keep up. If you are down 100 or 200 horsepower in comparison to other ProCharge Hemis on NPK, at some tracks that get really good, it's going to be tough to run with people that make 100 or 200 more horsepower. It does make a difference when everybody's running very similar engine combinations, power adder combinations, and very similar chassis. So every horsepower counts, and that's in NPK and NHRA and basically every sanctioning racing organizations. So Scott Taylor is definitely going to be faster. He teamed up with Proline. I know Bobby Ducati also got a motor from Proline, but it's actually not a Proline motor. He had Proline freshen up the Hemis that he purchased, I believe, from Sean Wilhoit. So Bobby's coming out with some badass motors. Scott just upgraded to a Proline Hemi. So Team Nola is definitely getting faster. Out of the 6 drivers, I believe, 4 out of the 6 are in the top 10. So that says a lot. So, hey, let's see what happens. I really like Scott. Hopefully he does really good for the rest of the season.